Hi everyone, Comic Book Reviewer here. This time reviewing on issue 66 of the Sonic IDW comics. Now, yeah, as you know, we're now up to issue 66, and we're gonna have the big reveal to who's been paying the Babylon Rogues, so let's get on with the story. So the story mainly starts off right after the last issue, where we see how Knuckles says, 1, 2, 3, get them! Scatter! And of course, yeah, we see the Chaotix having to kind of use their skills and that to try and escape. And we see how, yeah, Charmy tries to take the totem from from Jet, and he says, I won't let you steal from me, brat! Steal? But that's what bad guys do. I'm sorry. Charmy! And yeah, you can tell SBO knows that Charmy kind of lets his sort of childlike behaviour get the better of him, and we see how SBO uses his kind of skills to kind of put Jet basically off the ground. Storm Jet off the ground. And we see how, yeah, Wave tries to get away, but we see how Vector uses his gator teeth to hold on to the Jet board. And we see how, yeah, Storm tries to take on Knuckles, pummels him down, saying, you can't beat me. Then how about in the water? Huh? And we see how Knuckles basically breaks down the bridge. And of course, mainly brings down Storm. And we see how the Chaotix have basically taken down the Babylon Rogues. And of course, bring them on back onto dry land. And we see Wave saying, he left bite marks on my gear. Sorry, boss. Don't talk to me right now. Then how about you talk to me? Who hired you? To steal those relics from Angel Island? Who says anybody hired us? Maybe we did it for ourselves. And of course, we kind of see how they kind of jokingly talk about confiscating their gear, but we see how, yeah, Jet basically points out that they've got an unknown client, but they don't know who he is. So of course, after this, they've basically got the intel that they need, and after this, the Chaotix expect their pay, but since Knuckles is from Angel Island, all he can give them is foods and crops. And we see how even SBO says, free groceries are saving in the long run. I guess. Wait, food? Dinner? What time is it? And we see how they basically realize that they are late for the dinner with vanilla and cream. And we see how even Knuckles wonders how he's going to get back home. And we see how Jet has to talk to their buyer, but they didn't give them the full details. So we see how they learned that they were being used for part of a scheme, and turns out it's Clutch. And obviously, yeah, we know since Clutch is a crooked businessman, he's obviously going to kind of use this as a golden opportunity, saying, you will be very confiscated for services rendered. Good night. Is everything alright? Yes, please forgive me, my rudeness for taking a work call. Well, we're conducting businesses. And we see how, yeah, this is basically Clutch working with Jules on kind of using this as an opportunity to get more relics. And we see basically Clutch saying, well, as per tonight's agreements, clean up and sleep will give you one undivided attention. Here's to a prosperous and protective relationship. And we see how, yeah, in the next story after that one, we see how Cream sees to her shock and horror that basically the cook is now on fire. And we see how, yeah, Rough and Tumble basically use the food and that to kind of take on Kamal. And we see how all of Cream, Vanilla, and Cheese and Jacoba's work went for nothing. And we see how, yeah, after seeing that the roast's now done, this is Cream knowing that's the only thing left untouched, but sees to her horror Rough and Tumble had basically destroyed it. And we see Cream saying, "It's not fair. I did everything right, but it still didn't work." And we see how Vanilla comes home saying, "I'm back. How things are going?" And we see that, Vanilla seemed to her shock and horror what Rough and Tumble have done, saying, "Cream dear, I seem to have missed a few things." And we see how this is her going alpha mode. And when a parent is like this, you're officially screwed. And we see how after Vector and the others show up, and Rough and Tumble don't want any fights, we kind of see how, Vanilla does have a compromise, which is Chinese takeaway. And if you're someone who's had Chinese takeaway, you know this is like the ultimate banquet. And basically, Cream's mum saying, "Sometimes that's better." And the next issue is going to feature Surge and Kitsumi returning. And this is the story. So I think issue 66 isn't too bad. Like I said, we're going to see a lot more repercussions after the past issues. And we're going to kind of see Clutch now using a new business opportunity, even though it is going to backfire on him. But I think this issue still deserves a thumbs up. Still good, and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.